Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Inglourious Basterds. And this movie is written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, and it's his movie that he made after Death Proof. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I think this is where he took a big step down. And I just want to be clear, I still like this movie. I have there are many things I like about it, but unfortunately, with every positive I find, I also find a negative, unfortunately. So let's go through the movie. And one more thing before we start. Unlike my review for Death Proof, where I had to spoil the movie in order to say what I like about it and the few things I didn't like about it, here I can say what I liked and didn't like about it without getting into spoilers. So just putting it out there. Don't worry, no spoilers. So let's get into it. I like the way the movie looks. I think the production is great. I think there's some really fun and clever editing choices. I especially liked Brad Pitt's introduction. I think he's a lot of fun in this movie, and really the acting is really great in this movie, especially from Brad Pitt and Christoph Waltz. Those are the two standouts in this movie. My favorite part about the movie was Chapter 2, Inglourious Basterds, and if you haven't seen the movie, without giving anything away, the movie is separated into chapters, a total of 5 chapters, and Chapter 2 is Inglourious Basterds, and that might be the best scene in the movie for me. Without spoiling anything, I thought that the ending to the movie was very satisfying, and I was very happy to see it. Now, you might have noticed that I really loved Brad Pitt's introduction in Chapter 2, but I didn't mention anything about Chapter 1. That's because I'm not really a big fan of the opening scene of this movie. I'm sorry. A lot of people love it, and I'm so happy that you do. But unfortunately, I just found that scene to be kind of meh. I was watching it, I liked how it was done. It just didn't impact me in any way, unfortunately. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was the music. I thought the music sucked in this movie. And the reason why it didn't work for me was because in pretty much every scene that it was in, or whenever there was a song in the movie, or it was just regular, it was just a part of the score, or whatever, it felt like it was trying too hard to be cool. And the movie didn't really earn that for me. It was just trying to get you excited to see what's to come, but it felt like it was trying too hard for me. And another thing that I felt didn't work about it was that it kind of felt as if the tone, it was conflicting with the tone, and I'll get back to this in just a minute, but onto the tone, but it felt, or not the tone, or like, more onto why I didn't like what it was doing, is there's like a scene where you meet the villain again, where like one of the characters from early on in the movie meets the villain, and it's playing this like really like supposed to be like intimidating music or something, but it's so over the top and distracting to me that it just annoyed me, unfortunately. Another thing that I think pulls this movie down for me is that I feel as if the movie was taking itself a little too seriously in the first half of the movie. Overall, I think the first half of this movie is really just trying to be cool and fun. Well, it's trying to be something that's not. It's kind of trying to be two different movies. Trying to be like a Tarantino movie, lots of fun, but also be pretty serious because it's taking place during the Holocaust and World War II. And these tones don't mix for me. And going back to what I said about the editing in this movie, there are some clever editing choices in the first half, and it's supposed to be presented as a joke, but the joke didn't work for me because I felt it was it was trying to be all of a sudden funny when everything's just trying to be serious. And I was like, what am I watching? So yeah, the first half of this movie I think is kind of a mess overall. And there's like a love story in the movie without giving anything away. It's not really a love story, but like that's the best way to describe it. Every time the movie cut back to it, the movie just got worse and worse and worse for me. And even in the second half, I didn't like it. It was getting on my nerves, and the more it was in the movie, the more I disliked it. And it's in the movie quite a bit. I said earlier that I thought the acting was great, especially from Brad Pitt and Christoph Waltz. However, where a lot of people are going to disagree with me on is that I felt that the performances were way better than the characters. Like, I'm going to remember these performances, but I'm not really going to be thinking about the characters. I really am not. I just do not really care about the characters all that much. I find Brad Pitt, his character, to be entertaining and fun, but that mostly comes from his performance. And when I think of his character, there isn't really much that I connect to, really. And Christoph Waltz, he has a great performance. I love his performance, but I just don't find his character to be memorable. I'll be remembering his performance, not his character, which is kind of sad for me. So overall, I still like this movie, even though I have my own issues with it. And one thing that I think is worth mentioning is that this is the fourth time I've seen this movie, and upon each viewing, it has gotten a little bit better. It has grown on me over time, which is why I like it. And the first time I watched it, I didn't like it at all, but on my second viewing, I thought it was okay, and the third and fourth viewing this time, I enjoyed it overall. In the end, it's good, but kind of frustrating at times. It has its problems. It has things I like, has things I don't like. And I'm going to give Inglourious Basterds a 6 out of 10. So those are my thoughts on Inglourious Basterds. And I did mention that I picked up a few Blu-rays. I got 3 of them right here, and I said I was going to show them off. So let's get to it. And I only got 3 here, so I'm going to go through these quickly. So I picked up Dunkirk on Blu-ray. I love Dunkirk. I got Forrest Gump, another movie I love. And I got Die Hard on 4K. If you enjoyed this review for Inglourious Basterds, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Inglourious Basterds down below. My social media links will be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.